it. I don't know how to do it. I'm like too old to learn. I'm too old. So
Well, once
can't do it.
you learn, it's like game over because I mean, you'd be such a great interviewer. And for, for celebrities that really want to put it all out there, because I mean, you are known for, you don't give a fuck. You do your hot takes, you talk, you're not politically correct. By the way, when in your career did you make that decision? Because also the thing about if you work for a big company, they're always checking your social media. And even if they agree with you politically, if you have a hot take, whether it's liberal or not liberal or whatever, they never want you to say that. So when did you decide, fuck it, I'm going to say things, whether it's about weight, we're going to talk about weight, because obviously you come on. I mean, you said, you talk about people's looks, their weight, women's rights,
Yeah, all of it. Yeah. It was honestly after I got canceled, because it's like, I described it today to somebody. I was like, it's like surviving the Black Plague. You can't get it twice. And once you refuse to back down, I never apologized. I never backed down because first of all, I'm not sorry. And I'm just not that kind of person anyway. And it's like, people just kind of stop coming for you. And if you say something messy, they're like, oh, that's just her. Here we go again. Like, it's almost like they lower the bar to the point where that's freedom. And there is freedom in hate. Like once you can accept, and again, whether this is the macro, like as a YouTuber or whatever, or this is in the micro, like in your small town, once you can be like, I really don't give a fuck if people hate me. If I'm being authentic and if I'm living my truth, whatever that looks like to them, like they don't like that I'm this religion, that I'm cutting my hair this way, that I'm dating a Black guy, that whatever it is, it's like, fuck, then hate me. Then hate me. And the world doesn't end. And in fact, it kind of gets better when you can be a little bit more authentic. Not like you want to make that the goal. Like I want people to hate me, but if it's your truth or true to you or your opinion and people don't like it, fuck them.
Now, wait a minute, because I don't think you technically got canceled, but I mean, we got to talk about the Meghan and Harry Netflix. Well, you did.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, I can't wait to talk to you about that. But no, I'm thinking this was like the BTS comment and then D'Angelo, right? That was when that YouTuber D'Angelo Wallace did a deep dive on you and people came for you and it was over.
It wasn't a deep dive. It was things I put in all of my videos. It was like my videos. There is no deep dive to me. There's nothing to uncover. It's on YouTube.
Right.
On my channel. And it's like, wow, what a journalistic undertaking. You did a clip job of like things I've said on purpose and purposely put out on my channel and monetized. You're like, oh, like really? That's okay.
So it was after that you got all that hate, you got all that backlash. He obviously, you're big on YouTube. He was big on YouTube. So all his people came for you. That was kind of like, you were like, okay, fuck this. Like this is, that was it.
Yeah. It actually created a monster. It created a Republican and it created a monster because now like, I won't be silent. I was a diehard liberal and I do feel like I died hard. It was all my own people turning on me, liberals, I mean, and it's like, okay. That's funny.
No, I think you brought up a group. I feel like that is what cancel culture and this woke. Look, I always say this and people think I'm nuts, but living here in LA, right? You think you lived out here and
oh yeah,
it is very liberal, but I have to tell you, everywhere I go, I hear more and more people who were diehard liberals saying they're tired of living here. And I'm like, wait a minute, in my lifetime, could we potentially see California go red? I mean, people are like, you're nuts. It's never going to happen. But I'm like, there is this undercurrent of people that were so liberal here, but the crime, the homelessness. I mean, like I was saying this the other day, because I do other podcasts and I was saying this to a fellow podcaster, like the writer strike is going on and people are so, gung ho about it. And I'm like, I can't believe people don't have the same energy for the LA government. And because I'm like, you guys, we pay 40% in tax and most people here send their children to private school. I'm like,
right.
Why are you not down at City Hall every day going, this is unacceptable. I make $200,000 a year and I pay an insane amount of money in tax and you want to send your kid to $30,000. How is this?
Oh, I know.
I mean, I don't know.
I know.
And I'm with you. I believe in, I really don't believe in many of the things that Republicans put out there, but it's funny. I wonder if cancel culture is creating more people that are like, fuck it, I'm going to vote conservative.
It's definitely, I shouldn't say I'm a Republican. I have yet to vote Republican. I'm still voting Democrat, but I'm definitely in the middle. And I never thought that, I mean, never. And people they watch these backlash. It's like, all you're doing is moving a lot of people. You're making them real quiet, but they're still voting, and they're still voting with their dollars, and they're talking to each other. And I think the silent majority in America now are the moderates. There just isn't any candidate for them to get behind. And if the politicians were smart, they would put up like, but there's no like third moderate party, you know?
I know.
So we're kind of in this weird limbo. It's like, if the election, and I asked on my Instagram like last week, if the election was tomorrow and you had to vote for one, would it be Biden or Trump? And it was literally 50-50. And I was really, really surprised. I don't know which way I thought it was going to go, but I definitely thought there would be a majority.
Well, you
But
think
people are just
think Biden by like 5%, I mean,
yeah.
But no, I think it's really scary. I think that we are in a situation where we could see Trump be reelected. I actually do.
Yeah.
I know.
I do.
But I am like, I don't know. Cause I don't know. It's just, you're right.
Neither path feels right, which is really fucked up in America, where we have so many choices and so many candidates and so many voices and so many options. It's like, and how are we like, well, it's idiot one or idiot two? Like, we really can't figure this out. It feels very frustrating. And the worst is if people are just like, oh, I don't even want to deal with it. I'm not even going to vote. That's what I think. A lot of people, they're just reading this apathy point. Maybe not. Maybe they're more political than ever. We'll see.
How's your audience responded to that? Because, I mean, what I think you did so brilliantly, and why I started following you, is you would take these celebrity pop culture stories and you'd really relate them to people's lives, mostly through great dating advice or friendship advice. I mean, how to get out of the friend zone with somebody, what to do if a guy ghosted you. And, you'd use an example of a celebrity couple that was going through it, whatever, right? So how has your audience mind that you've kind of dipped your toe into being open about, your past political thinking? Like, how have they felt about all of it?
I think I get a lot of messages, and just even girls who come on like my fan trips with me, they're like, thank you. And even when they say it in like hushed tones, they're like, thank you. Because if I said anything like this, I would lose my job. And that is a very, very real fear. And that's so messed up. That's so fucking fascist. It's so ridiculous that like, and these are women. And then like, women are already so marginalized. We're already told to keep so small and so sweet. And it's like, I'm going to just keep being like a lion for people. And I have moved more into like, let's talk about both sides. Okay. Let's talk about both sides of something on some issues. Other things, I'm like, no, this is just dumb. Like, I'm not respecting pronouns. I'm not doing that. We're not doing that. Sorry.
Right. It's your take. Let's talk about the Meghan Markle. I'm curious with this, because this happened, recently, in the past couple of months. Meghan Markle and Harry released their Netflix Meghan and Harry, and they used a clip of you, talking about them, giving your opinion, which you have the right to do. But they grouped you in with saying that you were part of a bot campaign to be negative. It was kind of wild.
Oh,
and then at the end, Daily Mail reached out to you. At the end of the article, they reach out to a bot company that did the investigation, and come to find out there were like only 2 people. You were not even one of them or associated with one of them, who were removed from Twitter that were like with these bots. But okay, you said you were never contacted. Netflix never contacted you to get a clip or ask you if you were a bot?
No, I have 3 different management teams. I have email, like I have all of these things. And as a former journalist, I know that the golden rule, comment, call, for exactly reasons like this. I mean, imagine if there was a documentary about child molesters and suddenly there you are, Sarah, like, or there's your husband. You'd be like, what the fuck? Like, what is this? Don't lump me in with this. Don't say I'm like part of some underground cabal. Their whole argument, I just dismantled it completely in a YouTube video. My lawyer will dismantle it in a court of law, but it's just, it didn't even make any sense. It didn't even make sense.
Where are you at with that? Are you suing Meghan and Harry and Netflix?
That I can't talk too much about it, but yeah, I'm definitely 100% pursuing legal action. Like, you can't just, it's misrepresentation, it's defamation, it's stupid. It's just a stupid, bad business idea that truly added nothing to that documentary. And it's just so funny that like Meghan and Harry cannot accept the simplest truth. And the simplest answer is usually the right one. You know, it's called Occam's razor. It's a tenet of logic and rhetoric. The simplest answer is usually right. People just don't like you.